Nuno Santo has moved to quell expectations at Wolves after 100,000 fans took to the city streets to salute the championship winners. In a wide-ranging interview, the Wolves manager said it would be a big mistake to project his side as challengers for a top-half finish despite plans to spend significantly this summer. Bookmakers are rating Wolves joint with Everton as the 7th best Premier League side next season due to the style achieved this season and the influence of agent Jorge Mendes. But having shown off the championship trophy to supporters on an open-top bus parade through Wolverhampton, the Portuguese struck a cautionary tone. What I feel is that expectations are very high and I am the only one that my expectations aren't so high, said Nuno. We have to improve and work hard, but we cannot say we are going to fight for the top 10 or fight forever. That will be a big mistake. We go to August 9th, that's step 1, then the next game. You cannot say what's going to happen in December. I am very cautious of what's going on. The summer is important to have decisions on the squad and then we will see. I am not obsessed about making an impression on the Premier League. I want to build a team who can play home and away the same, never change. Let's try to do it. Wolves bought wisely last summer by paying significant sums for Ruben Neves and Diogo Jota while also acquiring inexpensive players in John Ruddy and Ryan Bennett, and Nuno insisted the club would not be able to outspend established Premier League teams. Wealthy owners Fosun, the Chinese conglomerate represented in England by Wolves chairman Jeff Shi, have major ambitions but are understanding. Nuno said, with Fosun we are talking about a big company worldwide. We know our ownership wants to be as successful in football as they are in business. But football is not business. Football is not mathematic. Football you cannot ensure nothing. On that point, for example, we are 1 year ahead of schedule. That will tell you that they know, the owners and Jeff, that the Premier League is different and a big challenge. It is not my job to restrain their expectations, but just be realistic. If we can achieve what we want sooner, we will go for it. You know you are in the most competitive league, money-wise. In the Premier League every club can buy whatever player they want. We are not different. We are going to have financial fair play, and we go by the rules, like everybody does. You can have all the money in the world but on those terms I am no different than any manager in the Premier League next season. Nuno has shown he is a special coach though in raising Wolves from 15th in 2016-17 to first by a wide margin this time. And relaxing in the canteen at the club's Compton Park training ground he revealed elements to his approach that have proved so successful. For instance, his attention to detail even extended to a strategy for shifting the tables around at meal times to encourage players from different nationalities to sit together and talk. Before I came here, they had small tables around the place, so I said no, let's make it a big table, he said. So, we had groups of English, African, Portuguese, and they divided themselves because it's nature. The next day, you change. You make it 5, 5, 5 and see how they mix. Then you're sending a message that they have to do it themselves. How am I expected to talk to you on the pitch if I don't know you out of the pitch? There is also the team spirit elsewhere he has fostered, which for all his side's talent should not go underestimated. He has a clip on his phone of the start to a round of golf with his players that shows he can crack the whip but also take a joke. They said, "Come on Gaffer, you have the honor of the tee." The footage shows the ball exploding into dust as the 44-year-old brings down his driver. "My swing was good." He laughed. Nuno is alacrity serious when discussing his team's style, which has drawn such plaudits. It is the main thing, to have an identity. Before the identity comes the idea. The results help. But he does not claim a golden touch on all aspects, recalling the January trip to Marbella after 2 defeats. The squad flew straight to Ipswich and won. It was a big decision to take the players there and realize that everybody would think we went to the sun, he said. Then we went to Ipswich and it was effing cold. But we reacted. We bounced back with 3 wins in a row and I was a genius that we went to Marbella. Nuno can find life in England hard, with his wife and children staying back in Portugal. He said, "Most of my time I spend at home or with my technical team. We don't have our families here. It's not easy, it's tough. I won't lie to you. They have their own lives. It would be so selfish to take them away from their friends. But we still see each other. It is 2 hours away. As well as searching for signings, Nuno will spend the summer watching the World Cup on my sofa but plans to go to Wembley this month. I want to see as the championship playoff, he said. I would like that more than the Champions League. I am curious. Every week was a challenge. It is the toughest league in the world. I have a document which was made by somebody here with all the contenders, totally wrong, all of it. That extended to the final 2 games of the season for Wolves, which ended with a draw against Sheffield Wednesday and a 3-0 defeat to Sunderland. Now, when I talk to players, I say we have to bounce back because in 2 games we made 1 point, he said. What is the best moment to do it? August 9th. This is what we're going to work towards.